Shalom to the elect, giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Shemel, Shai, B'Shem, Kakodosh, and giving double honor to the elder apostles and the elder bishops of Great Millstone, who well, peace and salutations to the elect. Shemel, Maflains, and Mappa from the Great Millstone Plain Tables Camp, located here in the city of Philadelphia. Abba, I'm Muddy Ma'ite. I'm on the lesson, little are we lesson. You have it here, this article off of zerohedge.com. It goes into a so-called black illegal immigrant who stabbed family of 4 to death, labeled as white, in Monroe County jail roster. Ever wonder why those crime statistics don't necessarily seem to line up with what you're bearing witness to in real life and on social media? Try this one for size. A black illegal immigrant, so-called, already wanted for murder in his home country of Dominican Republic, wound up stabbing a family of 4, including 2 toddlers, in upstate New York. It sounds pretty horrific, right? It continues on. It says, then in the Monroe County jail roster, he was recorded as white. So you have it here. You got his name, Pimentel Soriano Julio, or Julio Soriano Pimentel. And you got him. Race, you have a W. It says police in Iron Dequat, a Rochester suburb in Iron Dequat, might be like Native American, arrested Julio Cesar Pimentel Serrano earlier this month after responding to an August 31st house fire where a family was found murdered and the home set ablaze. And the Wire reported. Chief Scott Peters called it the most heinous crime he's seen in 32 years. 34-year-old Serrano was wanted for a 2019 murder in Dominican Republic, illegally entering Puerto Rico, and used a fake New York ID to come to New York. Oh, there you go. Because Puerto Rico is a U.S. territory, I believe. And you're going to it. I ain't gonna look at PuertoRico.com. And then, basically, he just used the ID to fly, to come from another U.S. territory to another, U.S. state, right? Then Deputy Brandon Hurley, a spokesman of Monroe County Sheriff, told the Daily Wire the New York State Division of Criminal Justice provides guidance on racial designations, which label white as a person having origins of any of the original peoples of Europe, North Africa, or of the Middle East. So, that's another, maybe this is another thing, maybe perhaps, could be used, in our arguments, because, you can go into original peoples, of these different regions, and, yeah, a lot of false social constructs. So you have it, they label black as a person having origins of any black racial groups of Africa. Okay. Daily Wire report says that the census doesn't track Hispanic statuses. So Serrano paper appears to be a white American in demographic data. Democrats have been accused of manipulating statistics to downplay illegal immigrant crime and push the narrative that white supremacy, domestic terrorism is the top threat. In one instance, the FBI labeled Hispanic man who called Judge a crack the whip as a WS. Alright. And there you go. So, what I'm going to go into is, I think Isaiah the 25th chapter. It's Isaiah chapter 25 and verse 7. It says, and he will destroy in this mountain, the mountain being America, the face of the covering cast over all people, and the veil that is spread over all nations. And what you have to go to understand, there is a veil, Masakab, or Masaka, from Nasak, which is going into a veil or a covering, a web, to concretely a coverlet, like a bedspread. And what they have given people is these different false classifications, because if they just gave him the classification that they spoke by from of the Monroe County Sheriff, right, that the New York State Division of Criminal Justice provides guidance of racial designation, which label weight as a person having origins in any of the original people of the Europe, North Africa, or Middle East. And somebody who's having origin of being black or any black racial groups of Africa, you got a bunch of confusion, because what if the persons that are, which is, you go into the originals of these areas, you have dark-skinned people of Europe with Japhet, tribes, a Japhet being, like your modern day Polynesians and Pacific Islanders, and you have North Africans, and you have the Middle East as white, but you have dark-skinned people there. So then, if that's North Africa, but then you say a black racial group, so who is the white North Africans? I don't know. So this is like a bunch of confusion. So you got various groups that go about nomadically. You got Moors ruling. You got, of course, even Jake that ruled in Europe and such. And yeah, this is definitely confusion. So Esau, he's gonna get exposed for it. But you got this migrant crisis that's that's on the rise. With this all these dangerous people that are coming in the country and committing some crazy crimes, like burning down a house and stabbing up a family of 4, including 2 toddlers. That's horrific. So that's also the love of many waxing cold. Alright, that's all end time prophecies. Matthew chapter 24 in verse 12 it says, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. All right, you have as they go into iniquity, even going into a condition without law. Well, the law is like slack here. Like what is supposed to be strict, and what people ought to be like dangerous criminals from entering the actual borders and stuff. You have that going on easily. With the laxness of this nation that dwell without cares. And we're gonna continue to see things just get worse and worse and worse, when people don't feel even that more and more and more, or feel more and more uncomfortable being within this nation. Then you'll have Isaiah 13 chapter where they talk about how Isaiah 13 and 14, it says, and it shall be as a chased robe, and as a sheep that no man taketh up. They shall every man turn to his own people, and flee every one to his own land. Yeah, people leave out of this place, and go back to their other place, original place of origin, because how things are going. Like I say, other nations, like I said, they like, man, this place is on its downfall. We can clearly see it. So we're gonna continue to see the destruction of America. The Lord's using, whether this be an Israelite or the heathen, to bring this place down. But that's it. If he's Dominican, he'll be at the time for Simeon, which is going into Dominicans, which is one of the 12 tribes of Israel. But shalom to you, like.